the wheel, do you get this often or not so much?
I'm trying to remember, I'm not sure, but it looks like a labyrinth.
Yeah, if in doubt, just focus on the imagery and how it makes you feel, because
it's really like a swirl. The way I see it, it's like go in there in the middle. There's one thing specific.
Because as I mentioned before, my favorite is the Happy Tarot, but descriptively, this is more divine than all my decks combined. I've used this longest among everything else, so I'm more comfortable with the imagery, the meaning.
Like I said, it feels like
a swirl.
A swirl. I feel like I'm going into a labyrinth. I don't know why. That's the feeling.
Into a labyrinth. Or are you getting out of a labyrinth? I don't know. It's as you feel.
No, it's like I'm going in. It's like I'm going in, and there's a specific point where I want to be. I'm going there because there's nothing.
So you want to go to the middle. You feel you want to go to the middle, right? Do you feel like you're going into the middle of finding something external, or you're going into the middle of finding yourself?
I can't say. I'll be honest. Maybe it's actually just finding myself and being accepting of myself at one point. It's just saying, just go.
Okay, you want my interpretation now?
Sure, go ahead.
My interpretation, if you would like to accept it, is that the wheel also has like 4 different animals or something like that. So all these bodies, animals, or people, they represent, you could say, qualities that you possess. And in the middle is what you are trying to find, because you say you're trying to find the center of the labyrinth. The way I would interpret it is that you do not know what your qualities are, and by that I mean your appealing qualities.
Okay.
Because you mentioned before, I'm a tomboy. I have a lot of guy friends. I don't know what is feminine, blah, blah, blah. So this is in the deck of the unknown, and this is the first card too, right? This is the one out of, because the 3 is the bottom. So it really asks you to sort of like go through a labyrinth of your own soul. It sounds a bit extreme, but and like ask yourself what is really attractive. Or you can ask friends. For fuck's sake, you can ask. I know he's full of shit sometimes, but if you slap him a few times, he will be like quite frank with you and say like, well, what qualities do I have? And I've actually asked this before. You know, I've asked other people about like, Phew, why do you like me? Please give a good example. You don't know. I see.
Yeah, but this is pretty much that, actually.
Okay, if you need some help, I can give you some. Shoo, what do you like or find attractive about her? Big breasts. Okay.
You see, that's what everybody says.
Okay, so next, anything else?
Very frank and...
Yeah, that could be a good quality because she likes it. So even if you say, being frank doesn't seem to be a good quality, but she likes it. So someone out there would like this quality that you have, even if you don't recognize it in yourself. Does that make sense? I was actually going to go with the boob thing too, but you already knew about that. I was about to say, could you wear something that doesn't show too much cleavage, otherwise I'll just like, I'm just like. But like, other than that, I'll say, I'll give you 2 things that I like about you. Let's see. You're willing to go the extra mile. I just sort of get that vibe from you. It's like, everyone's lazy once in a while. I'm lazy, you're lazy, but if you feel strongly about something, or if someone is in need, you care about them, I really feel you would go the extra mile. Once again, I don't know you that well, but that's the vibe I'm getting, just aura-wise. Oh, by the way, I do actually read auras. So if you're surprised that I noticed certain things that you didn't show me yet, then yeah, it's because of the energy that you have. So I gave you 2 qualities that are not boob related, which I actually do appreciate in you. So it's about finding these qualities either by yourself or through talking with other people. Say, what do you like about me? I know it sounds really embarrassing to ask, but I've actually asked people too. I say, you know what? I lack confidence. I feel no one could love me. Sincerely, do I have any good qualities that you find you appreciate? And then I write down what they tell me. And I look at it every day and I say, this isn't like how I see myself, but this is how others see me. And that's really important too, because people are attracted by not who you think you are or how much you like yourself. People are attracted by what they see in you.
Because you know the first time.
Does that make sense? I hope it
you're
does.
You're not the first person who told me that I'm ready to go the extra mile, and sometimes I'm way too nice for my own good. Because if somebody needs me, I'll be there.
Well, I mean, honestly, do you think that we've known each other super duper long to the point where I could say these things?
No.
I'm just really observant, so that's that. So I'll say like the wheel, it's about discovering the qualities that you have that you don't notice. You look in the mirror, you don't see it. You have to ask other people, what do I have that you like?
Don't understand.
You're so funny.
Yeah.
So should we move on or?
Yeah.
You want to?
No, this is pretty much self-explanatory.
So it's discover yourself.
Okay.
Discover yourself through another person's eyes. If you want to note that as well, up to you. But that's just trying to find different ways to say. Okay, so 4 of Cups. What could this be? Remember, this is the pile of things that you're not so familiar with.
This one is like, I'm looking down.
Again, eh? Mm-hmm.
But I don't see that there's like this one special cup right here. If I would just look up, I will be able to see it, get it. But I'm not.
Sure. Anything else?
but I don't know what it means.
Could the cups represent the previous relationships and dates you've had, maybe?
Maybe.
Or not really? Do you get a vibe?
I do actually.
Depends. Okay, so you do. So what I'm gonna say about this cup is that there is maybe like someone, or there is going to be someone, either or. Cups are normally like kind of like trophies, right? But in this scenario, it's kind of like you're ashamed of having these cups with you because they're just ordinary cups. And finally, there's a golden cup that you don't recognize.
Yeah.
If it was a person, I'll say that it's someone you know now or someone you may know in the future who is trying to like bring you out of the cycle that you keep going through. When I do these readings, I really care about one that I read for, mostly the women, reading for love. I say, you're dating the same guy with a different name and different face, but he's the same guy spiritually, if you know what I mean. Does that make any sense?
It does.
If it does, then yeah.
It does.
So
It
it's
does.
about time that you turn around and reach for the golden cup and not the ones on the floor, right? So that's what it would be if it was guys was. And then another thing also could be that you're also focusing on your past way too much. On like, oh, this is what I've had. This is what I've known all my life. So like you're focusing too much on like how it used to be. The only thing that you're familiar with. Once again, familiar with is gone. Now it's the unfamiliar territory. And you have to sort of say like, well, look behind you. Well, it sounds like kind of creepy, stalky, but anyways, look behind you. Look somewhere else, and realize that other opportunities. And this is an opportunity that you're not able to see. And you have to be comfortable with not knowing who or what this may be. Just knowing the fact that this is completely different from everything you've already had experienced before, quality-wise or people-wise.
Okay.
So, moving on. Strength. Very, very interesting in this. Ooh, 4 of Wands. I'll get to that later. The narration is very cute. I'm gonna start explaining this by going back to the wheel. As you explained, the wheel was getting to know yourself. And then the 4 of Cups was like getting to, saying, well, these are my experiences, but I'm not gonna focus on this anymore. I'm gonna see what else is out there. So not to let the past define you. Like, oh, all my guys have been like this, so next time all other guys are also like that. Oh my god, it's so toxic. Like when girls say like all men are like that, I'm like, oh, honey, just like sometimes intentionally going on a date with someone you normally wouldn't go on a date with, it's not just for romantic purposes. Just trying that to open up your horizon. Just say, oh, there are other types of guys, not just the ones I used to date, Even if it's a casual date, it's fine. It's just knowing that there's other possibilities. So strength is reinforcing your journey from the good qualities that you do have and being able to say, well, this is what I've experienced, but I'm ready for something new. It requires strength. Okay. So here, this is actually a spiritual guidance because it's also major arcana too. Like this is a major arcana, this is a major arcana. You do know that much, right? Kind of?
Yeah.
So these are actual like suits and these are like kind of like standalone like power cards. So the strength is pulling you towards the future. It's saying that you have to go through this. There's a sort of like, no matter how long it takes, you decide how long it takes, whether it's a day, a week, or a few months, but I don't know how much this speaks to you. But usually this is quite a powerful card for a lot of people. And I would say like maybe take a picture of this and put it on your phone as a background or something, just like look at it more often. And this is a sign of infinity, meaning that like anything is possible. Yeah, infinity sign. Like the flow of life and whatnot. 4 is about ceremony. Pretty obvious, they're getting married, but it's a symbolism for like ceremony, celebration of like getting together of 2 people, and it doesn't really show other people celebrating with you because it's not really important. Because whether you celebrate with 2 people like by eloping or you celebrate in a big family, it's still about 2 people, and other people around you are just celebrating for your celebration kind of a thing. Because you finally met the other person you want to be with. So it's more of marriage in terms of like a spiritual sense. Because in the past you have to be married, right? But now you could be married or you could just be, oh, we love each other, it's good enough. It's up to you. It's however you like to interpret it. But after you find the strength to overcome these 2, the narration is that you will find someone you want to spend your life with, or you will find someone who would respect you or make you a better person, or make you blush or make you appreciate yourself. And I find that's what's the most important, would appreciate from the people I'm dating with. So every girl I've been with so far, I try to find the good qualities in them and bring them up because I want them to be happy. Because one day I hope that someone will make me happy too. Don't take this picture. But like it's just me. But do you feel anything else from here specifically? Or if you want to talk about strength?
No,
but strength is pretty
even.
obvious.
It's pretty obvious.
The strength is...
Because I had Dior.
But this is mine. Okay, that's good. That's good.
It showed.
Another thing is that
Wow.
if cards appear in the same sequence throughout several readings, a few months later or a few years later, that means there's a divine connection between the cards. And I like to put these 3 together because I really feel that these 3. This, like I say, the strength is pulling this towards your celebration card.
Yeah.
Once again, I don't know what this represents for you, but it's just like a coming together of two people.
Yeah.
But it would only be possible if you have the strength to overcome this and to find who you are. Is it kind of clear?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes! I'm on a good track now, damn it. I wish this was the actual thing I was reading. Okay, so the last one, it's not so important on the moment, it's just the specific card combinations. What was this about again?
It's an open book.
Alright, let's get you involved here. Let's all just make it, since we are like running low on time, we'll just each take one. Because open interpretation, right? So you'll take one card. Here, take one card. I'll grab this one. So open yours first, Antoine. You have a lot of cards. You recognize this card?
It came out earlier.
You remember. Where did it came up?